This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code Socrates at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenrail radio playlist. zenrailclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Pointy Bakery. If you're located in the Pointy area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Pointy Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone can podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, so I guess first thing first, rest in peace to DMX. He was, out of all the celebrity deaths that have happened, like when Kobe died, I was like, yeah, like it's sad. Like it's sad when anyone dies, but like for Kobe, I was like, I'm not really a basketball fan, but I get it. Who's the other one that died? The Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh, you're talking about the Prince Philip guy.
Prince Philip. Okay, so Prince Philip, when he also died yesterday.
I thought you were talking about like a different time, like not.
No, I'm just talking about celebrity deaths in general, like.
Right. Yeah.
So, but he passed away too. But I feel like the one that hit home the most was DMX because that was like the first rapper I ever listened to. So I was like, oh dang, he's gone. He's so young. He was like 50. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. Mm. Well, what other celebrity deaths do you remember recently?
I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, right. Like there's, I mean,
there was quite a few actually.
But that's what I'm like. When I saw this one, I was like, oh, that was my first one where I was like, oh, yeah. You know.
Even with DMX, for me, I didn't really listen to him too much. No, I guess like my more attachment is to Eminem. So when he passes,
yeah, right. Well, but he didn't pass though.
Not yet.
Yeah, but but yeah, DMX is like the first. I still remember like listening to him I didn't even listen around me. I didn't even know what it was. But like my cousin was playing him in the car.
Yeah.
And like they were from America, and it was like so aggressive. I was like, what is this? Like, because they were blasting it back in the day, and like if you listen to his lyrics, it's like so bad. But we were in like Port Union, like blasting that music, like picking up pizzas in the, you know, I was like 10 years old or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's craziness, but yeah. That was a sad one to see go. Do you see how many people like showed up to his New York thing? No. They had like the Rough Rider crew out there, all these motorcyclists and stuff.
I'm seeing all the stuff today, well, on Instagram,
of like other people posting about him.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Anyways, so rest in peace to you. So I guess the primary focus of this episode is The Falcon, the Winter Soldier, greatest show I have seen in a long time.
Okay.
Like, honestly, the stuff that happens in these shows, like each episode, it's like, I remember like, all right, if you listen to last week's episode, I was like, this one felt like a filler one, like a lead up, right, mm-hmm. to something. Yeah. So I wasn't really into that one, but like this one, I'm like, oh, this one was really good. Like, mm-hmm. All right, what are your thoughts?
No, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, right.
I think there was. I mean, well, because there was a turning point in the episode, right? Like something. Spoilery. Everything here is spoilery. Yeah. Something. Everything here is gonna be spoiler. So, yeah, just the ending of it, right? Like I think that was a pivotal moment for a character, or not like just the character, just for the show. I mean, like
to kill the guy.
To kill the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
And to see blood on, because we've never seen that. Like that was something that's never done.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, when she got shot, the main person got shot.
No. I'm not saying like blood, like in general. I'm saying blood on the. I don't know if they've ever done that, like having blood on the shield. On the shield. Okay. So that already, like, that's the significance of that is like
this is symbology of it.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I have this and it when he said it in the show, the person's like, "Who would you have wanted to see?" No. Do you trust Super Soldier or something like that? And the guy was like, I used to be a fan of Captain America, and I never thought that would come about again until I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like triggered something. I was like, wait, isn't that other Captain America a girl? Like in the comic books. And then that made me...
Yeah, right.
But imagine if you're actually knowledgeable with the comic books, and then you hear the name and you're like, oh, that's Captain America. Like you're watching it knowing full well, right? To us, who's like more of the lay person, we're going to be shocked when it happens. But I feel like she's going to don the cap, like they're going to make her Captain America at some point.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Are you looking it up? Are you seeing if there's a female Captain America?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to give me a few more minutes.
All right. as you're searching that, what I thought was, what I thought was really funny in the show is like TT means a male's genitals. So in Filipino, so it was funny, like the Filipino meme sites that I was following.
Yeah.
They were all like going off on like, oh, they spoke Tagalog, and then like you click it and it's like they're just if you watch the episode, swap out TT for a male genitals, and it's so funny, that scene.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they said it multiple times. Yeah, because it wasn't like one time he said it.
That's why it was so funny.
Everybody, all three of those characters said it. So
yeah, like why'd you keep saying TT? It was weird. Yeah.
Well,
it's good.
I get it. I mean, this is language, right?
Lost in translation moment, or they were doing that on purpose.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I didn't look that up, so
yeah,
I'm not sure.
It's funny, like the.
No, I mean, I mean, language can be similar to something else. It doesn't mean it's the same thing.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it was just funny. It's like a marketing error. Like when they made the Chevy Nova, and then Nova in Spanish means no run, does not run.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. It's like you guys should have checked into that. That's why I'm like,
Did they change the name in whatever that was, like in the Philippines? Country? No, I'm saying like for the Chevy Nova, like did they just change the name
they
there?
Didn't know what it meant.
No. I know.
But every fact, you mean?
Yeah. Like in the country, they could change the name.
I think they can't. No. So they sold it as a Chevy Nova, and then, but nobody. checked
inside the country.
Yeah.
I got you.
They were like, how come our sales are so low? And then they found out that's what it meant. Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's a funny marketing blunder. But yeah.
Right.
No. Oh, I thought you found.
No.
So another thing, I really liked the portrayal of both characters now. Like, I guess like when you're watching the movies, you're kind of like, these are okay characters. But like with this show, I'm really invested in both characters now. You know, I really like the Falcon.
Yeah.
When he was...
In the beginning of the episode.
What?
In the beginning of the episode, just... I like seeing like the Winter Soldier. Yeah. I think I'm more on his side. I still feel.
But they're like a pair. It's like
they're a pair. No, they're good. They're good together. But
yeah, they are. They're like a very yin yang couple.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Like the start of it was really good. Just seeing, when he wasn't gonna be influenced by those words anymore. Like,
oh yeah, how they broke him free from his
well, it was kind of introducing her, right, who she is to him.
True, in case you forgot.
Well, I don't think it was ever shown. So
but him being in Wakanda,
him being in Wakanda, but how he knows who she is. Like that's how it ended in the last one, right?
Right. It's like building their relationship.
Yeah.
It's fleshing out the story of like what he was doing in Wakanda. Because remember, I can't remember what movie was that where at the end, if you waited till the end, you saw them call Bucky, or he's like the White Wolf. Oh, I think it was Endgame or something, or Avengers.
Yeah. Wait, when they called him?
Remember we watched it? We watched it recently, like Thor.
Yeah.
What was it, Thor? Remember like the final scene where they're like, the White Wolf has slept enough?
Yeah. That was in...
was it Ragnarok?
No. It was in Infinity War.
Oh, okay, yeah, because we were going through like a run of them recently, so I was like,
when
did we see that?
Infinity War, when they fought in Wakanda.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was cool. But they never really like went into the backstory of
what happened there.
Yeah, like so that's why I think it's really cool that you're getting to see like that side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, like these actors. I remember last week I was like saying like, oh, I can't take the Falcon seriously because I saw him in that movie, but like they're really humanizing him in such a good way when he was talking to Cassie about like her struggles and like him like saying how you're just a supremacist,
right?
You know, and then she's like, no, I'm not. And then she was starting to see like I could be a supremacist, you know. And then she was starting to get along with Falcon. I honestly think they're gonna join forces.
Yeah. Because it's, I don't know. It kind of brings me back to.
Is there no female Captain America?
They're saying it's like Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter, okay.
Or like, the other.
But there is a female Captain America.
Yeah. But I don't know how long of the series.
Yeah, so I wonder if maybe they're just gonna change the timeline now, and it's like it's this person who is.
Yeah, they can change stuff up. Yeah.
What was the name of the aunt that, or whatever, the one who died that Cassie looked up to?
Yeah, that was Peggy Carter.
Her name was Peggy Carter?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's his girlfriend, right? Or
wait, what?
Isn't that the girl that Steve Rogers Captain America liked?
Wait, hold on. All right, let's back up. So Cassie, the supremacist, she was looking up to Peggy?
No. I'm confused.
Yeah, so
you got me confused. Wait, what are you? Who you were asking about? So who Peggy Carter was?
So Peggy Carter is Captain America.
Too. Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Okay, so Peggy Carter is also the Captain America, the one he liked.
Oh, wait,
no,
what's Peggy Carter?
No, because you just said that. So I was
okay. Who's Cassie?
All right,
Let me replay. Maybe I'm confused with who Cassie.
Okay, Cassie is the supremacist.
Oh, that's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the one from Madripoor.
Oh, dang. Okay. No. All right, ignore that. No, her name's Cassie.
Oh, okay.
The supremacist.
Yeah, I'm not good with names.
Oh, okay. So let's rewind on this one.
Yeah, I was good.
Okay, so I think that Cassie, the supremacist, is going to be Captain America 2.
Okay.
Because there is a female Captain America, right? There is a female Captain America, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peggy Carter was
the female Captain America.
Yeah.
But she's also the one that Captain America likes.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah. So that was his girlfriend from back in the day. Yeah. So in the Marvel timeline, she took the super serum too?
I don't know anything about that. I just think she may have just wore that suit.
Oh.
I don't know what those series was about.
Okay, you just gotta fact check this if you're listening to this.
It's too like I can't do it in like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I just saw that she had the suit on. Yeah,
the female Captain. Oh, so maybe it was like a like how this football guy or like this military guy he's wearing the suit. Maybe they're just doing it as a.
Okay. So it's
okay. Cool.
Okay. There's. Then who like okay, there's another one where it's like it's Sharon Carter. That's the girl that's in Madripoor. That's what I was thinking. Sharon
Carter is the one who's on the run in the show.
Yeah.
The blonde girl who's on the run.
Yeah. In Madripoor.
So she's gonna become Captain America.
Yeah. Or in the comics.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I wonder what they'll do with Cass, but that makes no sense because she has no superpowers. So what, is she gonna take the super serum? They got rid of all the super serum.
Yeah. I don't know. They could change up, I think, her story, Sharon Carter's story.
Yeah, because she's more of a spy. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. Like, because yeah, that would make most sense as you're watching this.
Yeah. No, she has like so many connections in Madripoor, so it seems like more like she's
like a
running
spy.
that stuff.
Yeah,
maybe she is the power broker.
Oh, you think that's what's gonna happen?
Maybe she's the power broker. I don't know.
Okay, so the power broker is the one who gave the serum to to
what was stolen, right? He wants it back, or I don't know if it's a he. The power broker wants that serum back
from Cassie, the supremacist.
Yeah.
So maybe, she is the one. Maybe she has more in her back pocket.
Yeah, maybe.
This is gonna be a speculation episode. We're just gonna guess.
I don't know.
This whole thing. No, because you can kind of see it like playing itself out.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're just gonna see who's
because she
right.
has so much connections in Motherboard. It just seems like
I never even thought about that. Yeah, she could be the supremacist. She could be the power broker.
Yeah,
who gave the thing to the supremacist.
Yeah.
Cassie,
the
supremacist. But I like how they showed the pseudo Captain America. How he's like, he wants the serum. And I think he took it, right? Because he bent the metal.
Well, yeah, he took it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, of course. Well, he wouldn't be able to jump out of that building and land on the car like that. Not a normal person.
True.
He took it. Yeah.
But they made it seem like he was really powerful. Remember when they first showed like the first episode or whatever, or the second episode?
Yeah.
And then he was fighting with Cassie, the supremacist.
Yeah.
So he was like fighting with her, and then it seemed like they were going toe to toe. So I was like, oh. Like, does he have some power?
I don't know. Maybe it's the shield is this powerful. I don't know. Because he was just throwing around the shield, though, and catching it.
But remember, he got, like, kicked by her, and then he, like, flew off the car. And I was that would have broken the ribs of, like, a normal person.
Yeah.
So he must have some sort of power. But I guess Falcon also has some sort of power.
No, he doesn't have any.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, like they're putting Falcon toe to toe.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess they're slightly. They don't have the super serum, but they're somewhat
like
strong.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how you.
No sense to me. Is like
that's what I thought. Like, is this Captain America have? That's what I thought too at first. Is like, did this Captain America, this new one, does he have?
Exactly.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
But then it showed that he doesn't have the serum. I like how they said power doesn't. Power just makes you more of who you already are. Mm-hmm. That was really cool. Because it's like Captain America was good because his innate qualities just shined through with power. They say the same thing with money. Like, money just shows you more of who you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's why he compared the both, right? Like,
yeah, Cassie, the supremacist,
and then Steve Rogers.
Yeah, they're totally.
They both have the same thing, but they're both different.
But I love how they keep bringing up these parallels between Cassie and Steve Rogers, Captain America. I really think they're laying the foundation for her to become the new Captain America. And looking at the diversity of Marvel, like how they're trying to make it inclusive, she's like obviously mixed, right? Mm-hmm. Like she looks like she's like half black, half white. So I think they might do that. They might just be like, you're going to be the new face of Captain America.
See. Yeah, I mean, throughout this thing, I don't, for us as an audience, it's, we're viewing them as a good guy still. Like it.
Which one? The Cassie? Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like, why are you laying this foundation? Yeah. You're making her like a good person.
Yeah. They're focusing more on her. Like normally when it's a bad person, you don't really look at.
Yeah, like Zeno or Zemo or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you look at him, it's like we're not really focusing on him. He's just like propelling the story forward because he's blatantly evil. Mm-hmm. But I think, they're definitely laying the foundation for her to become the new one. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how they're going to resolve like her killing that guy. Maybe it's
that's the thing, yeah.
Maybe it's going to be like White Wolf, Falcon, and Cassie, and they're her two like mentors. Like it's like, oh, you're under her custody. You're we'll let you free, but you're under the custody of them now.
Right. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, it's a speculation episode, so we're just guessing. So.
I know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I want to see where it goes from now, because now everybody filmed the new Captain America killing someone.
Yeah, exactly. That was crazy too.
Yeah,
it was like when they showed that, I'm like, yeah, he's done. There's no way they're gonna keep this guy as a constant Captain America. Yeah. Or maybe this will bring about the beginning for remember Civil War. Mm-hmm. So the way they did Civil War, the movie, was not how they did it in the comic books. So what happened in the comic books was, because I read it, because I thought it was going to be the same, but it wasn't. And I was like, that was weird. A bomb blows up, like a mutant explodes at like a school, kills like hundreds of children.
Yeah.
And after that, they do this superhero act.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we need to know who all of you are because we need to keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
And then Captain America was like, no, but Iron Man's like, yes. So that's why Spider-Man in the comic books, he like takes his mask off.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm with Captain America.
No.
All right, sorry. I'm with Iron Man. Sorry, yeah. But Captain America's like, no, freedoms, right? So
it's funny.
So I wonder if that's what's going to happen now. It's going to be more on the lines of that.
When did the Civil War? Like, when did that happen? Was that during like the Patriot Act stuff that we had here? Not Patriot. What were they called?
Maybe like 9/11.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did that happen from that?
Maybe. Probably.
It kind of makes sense if it was. But I don't know.
Yeah, true. That was a good series. But so do you remember what happened in actual Civil War?
No, I don't know the exact stuff because the mutant stuff was involved in that too. And then like I know.
No. I mean in the movies.
Oh, in the movies.
I think the movies was about like working with the government and against the government.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, not same thing, but it was similar in that aspect of knowing who are all the super soldiers, like all the heroes and having their identities. But the question came into like, it's like, I don't remember, but was it like fighting for countries versus
like policing you?
Yeah. Like if a country goes to war, then I don't know if that was in that one.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, so like I wonder if they might reinstitute that in this show because like they just saw this superpowered person kill someone, and now they're like, we need. Oh, I guess not. Well, because he was technically working for the government, so why would that happen? It was more like the government messed up on this one. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm wrong on that. Yeah.
They have so much stuff to really remember like what exactly happened. All I know is.
And I wonder if like this isn't really canon, right? So like they're not following anything; they're following their own MCU stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
they're adding things to it now, right? Like this is what the episodes do, is really getting into. It's taking place after when everybody came back, right? So that is the main
6 months after.
Yeah, so that's the main thing that they're really focusing on is this, like the repatriation or whatever it was called, like to bring them all back. But then it's like
bring them back into the system, and whatever. Yeah, I find that's a pretty cool idea. Where like, what is the primary problem? It's like, how would people who were gone suddenly come back, and all of their like we have to rebalance society again. I think we used to talk about this last time, but it's kind of like COVID, It's like, how do we balance? Actually, I saw like there's like something in Britain happening right now about like the COVID ID cards, like technology companies. I was watching Russell Brand talk about it, and I wonder if they might do that. But then they were saying like that's not good because then it would segregate people in society, create division. It's sort of like this thing that's going on right now, like the people that were here for 5 years and then the people that blipped back, the blipped people. Yeah. That's weird. That it's such a genius. Like the writers of the show are so genius in how they put this whole thing together,
Yeah.
But so I was thinking like maybe you have to take it like whatever happened in the comic books is completely separate from what's happening in the show.
No, because it is different.
Yeah.
It is their own thing, but there is certain things they are taking from it, right? Or certain ideas.
Similarities, but not like, but they're not canon. They're not like the same.
No. Yeah, they're building another kind of.
It's sort of like Star Wars, for example. So like, if you read the Star Wars novels, they line up with the movies. So I wonder if. But then there was this whole uproar when Star Wars announced like the novels are not canon. So everyone that read all of those novels are like, oh, because they thought they knew the whole backstories.
Right.
But then
and they were changing it
when they went to Disney
for the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, because Disney wanted to keep control over it and stuff, which makes sense. That's kind of what they're doing with Marvel now. It's like, yeah, all the comics are not canon. Like, we're not going to keep everything. Like, I don't even know if Cassie seems like a new character. I don't know if.
I think
now that you said like the Sharon thing, I'm like, oh, maybe they just made up Cassie.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really cool how as you look that up, that was really cool how the Wakanda people, they were destroying them so easily, and then remember. He's like the pseudo Captain America's like they weren't even super soldiers. Yeah. It's like
that's
bro.
How bad you were.
Yeah. And then how they like disarmed Bucky's arm, and then he was so shocked, it was so funny because it was like he had so much confidence in who he is, but as soon as they took away the arm, he was like, uh-oh, right. Like it was almost like a symbol of like, we own you.
I don't find anything about Cassie.
Yeah.
It's new.
Okay, so yeah. So they could just totally go in this direction and make her the new Captain America if they decide.
Yeah. I mean, I think they have a planned out story, so we'll...
I also think it's cool how there's also these subtle divisions between like right and wrong. Like it's so much gray, like Sharon, the one in
Madripoor.
Yeah, I don't even know what are you saying? What's the place?
Madripoor.
Oh, okay. That's the fake place.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know what it was called, so I was like,
oh yeah.
So
I just like the name. That's what I remembered it.
Oh, okay. So she's like working against the law or like under the law, right? Because remember, she's like, "Oh, you need to work on the letter to get me back, like into the good graces of a American government."
Yeah.
So it's interesting, like when you're like, "What's right and wrong?" But there are two perspectives of right and wrong, or they keep playing with that as well. Because remember, Cassie, the supremacist, was like, the sister of Falcon was like, "Oh, you're the terrorist," and she's like, "Well, depends on whose side you're on." I was like, it's so true. It's so like gray, everything, and I like that. They did that with Thanos too, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "There's overpopulation," and then you were kind of like, "Yeah, you do have a good point, Thanos." I think that's what builds the best villain, because then it's like they're not really villains because you see them as.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's when you understand a villain. That's when it makes it you're more connected to the story, because it's like you can there's a reason for their fight or plea or whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I wonder if like by doing that, they're subconsciously and subtly doing this to the next generation, being like, when you see somebody who you think is bad, maybe ask what their story is. Because when you do that, you create like a more of an open mind.
Yeah.
And yet they fired Gina Carano. Disney did. So I don't know. Yeah.
I guess there's a line somewhere.
But I mean, that's Star Wars, and I don't like Star Wars. The Mandalorian thing. Mandalorian. So it is what it is. Yeah. Do you think? So I asked you this with the WandaVision. Are they setting up X-Men? Do you think they're setting up X-Men here? I think we talked about that because Madripoor or whatever.
So yeah, Madripoor is like like a very much of a tease for people who I guess are in like X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's really prevalent in X-Men. That place. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, maybe all these series. Well, what's next? Loki, right? That's the next series that's coming out. Yeah. Is Loki coming out after this one? Like when this one finishes?
Yeah. In June, I think, right?
Right, but I mean, like, did they time it so that once this weekly show's done, then Loki will come out weekly?
But there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a bit of a break.
But they're not gonna overlap. Like
no. They're not gonna put on the same time.
Yeah, so I wonder. That's pretty genius that they're doing it. It's like, just keep you on the hook to keep watching it and stuff, so that there's no cannibalization between like two brands.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, do I watch WandaVision or do I watch Falcon the Winter Soldier? Yeah. It's like, no, just watch what we're telling you to watch.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do that. Clash the two.
Yeah, I like that though. It keeps everything like in line. Although I didn't watch WandaVision, but yeah. Then so Loki's next. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to start like including Loki into, or including like X-Men into the whole Loki thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what, because it's the old Loki, right?
Or no, isn't it like the other Loki?
Yeah, the old Loki in the sense it's
a different timeline Loki.
It's a different timeline Loki.
Yeah.
So that was before he saw...
Because it was in the trailer. It's like, you're the other Loki. And I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't been through Ragnarok. He hasn't...
Right.
So, I don't know.
That one looks so phenomenal too. Like the trailer for that.
Yeah.
I was blown away.
He's like in the Timekeepers or something, or whatever they were.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh, they keep everything aligned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So I wonder how that's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting if they're going in different times.
Yeah.
Then what that means.
Honestly, like these shows are so good now that they're like movies. Like with WandaVision, it was like, okay, you could be a TV show, but with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, you know what I mean? Like the sets, they were using sets and like.
That's just the first few episodes.
Oh, okay. So later on, it becomes like they're in an expansive world.
Yeah, of course.
But like, how expansive? Like, this is like they're shooting sets of like, it looks like they're in different parts of the world in Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Okay,
like,
well, not that.
That's what I mean. So it's like you could tell that the WandaVision is like, that is a TV show because you're using one location. Because the thing about TV shows are filmed, right? You're like movies are dynamic because they're going from location to location to location.
Yeah.
Whereas like TV shows, they're probably in like a warehouse and they're just going from set to set, right? But then with this one, it's like they're going to different parts of the world. So it's
it's set to set.
It's sets to set, right? Yeah. Totally. But that's what I'm saying. It's like they're making it seem like it's a movie.
Yeah, I really want to know the behind the scenes on this. Like, did they use a lot of the stuff that they did from Mandalorian, the way they did that kind of filming?
Right.
Because that goes like world to world, right?
Yeah, true.
So that is, I think that's what's happening here too.
Yeah.
I feel like I do want to see how they did it though.
The speaking of set to set, Witcher, they wrapped, I think, filming, and they showed. I was watching like some like behind the scenes teaser for it. Do you see that? And it was all inside. Is all inside a warehouse. They're like, oh, we're going from like forest to like this or whatever, and then it's like they're showing you that they built the forest inside. And I was like, oh, dude, like you, like because of COVID, you really had to.
Some things that require inside, they do inside. There are places that are outside.
But they're showing like a lot of forest scenes in a warehouse, and I was like, oh, dude, this is crazy. Like,
no, a lot of stuff is like that actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like
on location all the time.
It's not always on location. No, especially for shows. No,
but that's what I mean. No, but that's what I mean. It's like movies have the budgets to go from like place to place.
Yeah.
But shows, like, they have to think outside the box because their budget is lower.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the Falcon the Winter Soldier is amazing because it's like a movie to me. Like everything is like you're actually jumping locations, which you would never typically see in shows. Yeah. It's really good production value.
Yeah. I'm super interested in the behind the scenes on this. Just curious how they did a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Marvel teamed up with Disney, like a really big budget studio.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, they had different deals earlier, right, with different segments of the Marvel, like with Fox for X-Men.
Right.
And they had like Spider-Man has Sony. They still have Sony.
Yeah.
Or they still have
Spider-Man. That thing? Did you see something about like Sony? Something with Spider-Man.
No, that was a deal with Netflix.
Oh yeah,
like an exclusive deal with them.
So what is that?
No, it's just like once it's done from the theaters, it'll be going on to Netflix.
Oh, okay. So it had nothing to do with like we're gonna start seeing like Spider-Man TV shows on Netflix.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just like movies that Sony has done after the theaters. It'll go on to Netflix.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's like a pretty good exclusive deal for them.
Yes. Speaking of which, do you have anything else for Falcon Winter Soldier?
No.
Right,
it's just a great episode.
Yeah, I think this is like a phenomenal TV show.
I think the best so far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only been 2 technically. Like with
TV show. No. I mean, sorry. I meant the best episode so far.
Oh, okay. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Um. So speaking of straight to Netflix, with us getting the vaccine soon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if movie theaters are gonna open back up and everything's gonna go back to normal.
Well, that's what they want, right? That's what one of the guys from Warner Brothers, because right now they're releasing both HBO Max and theaters.
But then you said
they want by next year to be. They don't want to do the streaming thing. They want to go straight to the theaters first.
Yeah. So that's a lot of That's a lot of promise for next year. Everything going back to normal. Even schools saying 90% we're gonna be back, and movie theaters and I wonder if I don't know if it's the success of America with the vaccine rollout that's making us believe that, but I wonder if we could replicate it here.
I think we can.
Yeah, because they recently opened up 18 plus in hotspots, so it's
well, I mean, they open up. I don't know if you can book that stuff yet.
No, it's show up. You have to show up. I was watching on the news.
Oh, it's for at the pharmacy ones.
No, they're pop-ups.
Oh, they're building the pop-ups or making the pop-ups.
Yeah. So,
gotcha.
I think they might be doing bookings soon, but I went on the website to see, and it was no bookings yet. But
because that would have been way too many people at once, I would think.
To book or
yeah,
totally. So what they're doing is the first one was at a mosque. They opened up a tent, and then they only had 200 doses or something, and people were lined up to get it outside. So they were saying that they might do mobile ones as well. So cars will just
But then most likely those would be either Moderna or AstraZeneca, I would assume.
Yeah, but people under 50 can't get the.
No, I know.
The AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
Though. So it's whatever.
No, I know. Yeah. I'm saying for the older people, it would be for I think they can only do probably Moderna then.
Well, at these mobile places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if if they can do it, it does seem like the end is right there.
That what I was hearing was the plan. I think it was by the end of this month to get maybe 40% of the adults vaccinated, at least one shot.
In Ontario or Canada?
Yeah, in Ontario.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah,
and we have a decent size of population compared to the other provinces. So,
and I think if so, all right, so this could play out two ways. Either everyone gets it, but it's not working, numbers still high, or everyone gets it and then we just go back to normal. But you still have to wait for your second dose. Do you think that they could just flip the switch? If everyone has the first dose, then they're just oh yeah, just go back to work, go back to school.
No. Everyone, to be fully vaccinated, you need the second dose. But
so do you think with the first dose?
I think that the numbers will start dropping after, because the first dose does do a lot.
Right, no, totally. But the projection of 90% in September, everything's going back.
Yeah, it's possible.
So, but okay, so in order for that to happen, do you think they would need the second dose?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't just do that with the first dose?
No. Okay, so, I don't know, actually.
Right?
I think it depends on what the numbers are like.
Okay, true.
It depends on where are we at in the ICU numbers.
Right.
Again, we broke a record today.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So 3,800 cases today with ICU 550 plus. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Damn.
So that's another the highest we've had since the beginning of all this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it could be they say the darkest before the dawn.
Yeah.
It could just be yeah, it sucks, but it's about to end.
Hopefully. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It's the main thing here is it's the spread of the UK variant, right? That's the one that
they're trying to stop,
causing a lot of the problem, because they weren't anticipating this many number of ICU units, at least this early, to be we went back into another lockdown, right? So
yeah,
or stay at home order. So that was because the ICU units were higher,
right,
than what they thought would be
right,
at this
right.
point.
So, but I wonder if, okay, because even if you have the shot, you could still get COVID.
Yep.
Even with the second dose makes it less likely, but the first dose, it's like kind of likely. But what you're essentially doing is making it so that COVID is nothing more than a flu.
Yeah.
Right. So I wonder if they're going to be like, well, you have the shot now, everyone can go back to normal. And then they're like, well, what about the COVID cases? And they're like, yeah, but it's just like you're going to be sick, so you're fine.
Yeah. They'll probably still do the whole 2-week quarantine or something like that.
Like if you do get it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I think that would still be there.
Really? I feel like they might just jump back to normal and be like, yeah, you're sick, everyone gets sick.
Yeah, I still think that they would do the quarantine thing. I think it just makes sense to keep doing that.
Okay.
Until it's like really gone, I guess.
I don't know. I'm more of the like that. That's a very pragmatic point of view.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're just gonna go callous with it because you have the shot, so it's like you're not going to go to the ICU. You're fine. Just stay home.
Just to stop the spread or slow the. I know. It will. The numbers will drop because most people, it won't really impact them as much. Like once you've had the vaccine.
Yeah.
But if anyone that does get it, it's like probably they will, do the quarantine stuff. I think that would still be there.
Yeah, I was saying to your brother, I was like, am I just looking for what I want, or am I not looking at what is happening?
Yeah.
And to be objective is to look at what's happening, not what you want.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's why I came up with like, I don't want like it to just jump back to normal. I want us to like not forget the lessons, like of what happened,
Yeah.
And like the benefits of like remote working and all that. Because I'm a fan of remote working.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people aren't. Also.
Totally, yeah, for sure. But that's why I'm saying I wonder if I'm looking at it through my point of view and not like what maybe it will just snap back.
I mean, people want it to snap back. Right, like you saw the way that the malls were filled up just last week.
But what about all the people that bought houses outside of the city?
Yeah. But they want to go to
sell and come back.
No. I don't know how much of those people left. Right, like there is a percentage, sure, a higher percentage than normal, that left condos to live in suburbs. Right.
Yeah.
But people want to go out and do stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go see the CN Tower again, or like, you know what I mean? Like
that's so weird.
The aquarium or whatever.
Because there's this article that came out that was it was called like The Great Forgetting or something like that. Mm-hmm. So like right after, like they projected COVID was going to end way before like a year, right? And then but what the article was saying is like what the danger is if we just snap back is we forget a lot of what happened, a lot of the deceit, a lot of like the advancements, a lot of like the safety measures, right?
Yeah.
And we just like forget, which would suck, know?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. Like COVID is such a, I think I said this in the beginning too, I'm saying again, but like COVID is such a weird case study for human psychology, like group psychology. Like why did some people not trust the science and like do other things, or like simply wearing a mask is like too difficult, or like this is like, if we just snap back and we forget everything, then like what if the next pandemic comes?
Yeah.
Like we didn't learn our lessons. And that is one of my fears out of this,
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know.
But although at the same time, another thing is like, yeah, the Western world might be fine, like America, Canada, but what about like other nations where they don't have vaccines? So it's like,
right now, yeah. I mean, we are arguing here. We're not having enough vaccines or whatnot, right? Yeah. Like we're relying on outside resources to send them in, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is the arguments in the Western nations have the most amount of like doses being used, right? Here.
Totally.
and we're some of the first countries to get those deals. The other countries don't have the money.
Yeah, totally.
They couldn't make the money or deals with Pfizer or whoever else.
Israel, they stopped the sending because they didn't get their payment.
Israel?
Yeah, I think it was Israel. Yeah, for Pfizer.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah.
Like stop sending it?
Apparently. Again, it was like a social media.
I heard there was
thing,
one
so
about AstraZeneca. This is like a month ago, maybe. Like AstraZeneca shipment to Australia was stopped in Europe because they didn't fulfill their amount in some parts of Europe, so they kept that shipment.
Oh no, I'm talking about Pfizer.
So yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear about the Pfizer one.
But so like it's funny, like we're so quick to like, oh, let's jump back and we're like back to normal, but that would only be our side of the world.
Yeah,
because the rest of the world's still dealing with it. Yeah,
like because these are like these Western nations have the money to just make deals with almost like all these different companies that were working on the vaccine, that other smaller countries or poorer nations, they can't just, okay, I'll make a deal with you. Like we can only choose one that's going to be the one.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So so by the time when Pfizer or Moderna's have a vaccine, it's like they're on the bottom of the list to get those shipments.
Right. Yeah, so maybe it won't snap. Maybe internally it'll snap back, but like externally.
Yeah. I think CDC said if you're fully vaccinated that you can travel.
Yeah, okay, totally, but it's still.
Or you can you don't have to quarantine and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so but still, tourism won't be back. So even if you do travel.
No. Yeah, it's gonna take time to come back, but like already, like they're, you know what I mean? They're removing quarantines from people who are fully vaccinated, or you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
There's a guy, Do You Travel? And I've been following him for a long time. He actually inspired me to travel, but he's in Egypt right now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, how did you do that? But he's fully vaccinated. So I'm like, oh, maybe tourism around the world is back to normal.
You can still travel, but you just have to quarantine, or depending on the countries.
No, you can still travel, but I'm saying like tourism industry.
Yeah.
Like, how is that?
It's
because he's not like a backpacker. He's
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like tourism industry is hit hard, right? There's not like a lot of people traveling. There are some, or few people traveling. Yeah. But like that doesn't make up the loss, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, or maybe that's all right. So because
nations that are like more reliant on tourism, they're hit hard. Right, like Cancun, for instance, like that's all about resorts and stuff.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
That's their whole economy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, tourism specific countries. Ooh, that's brutal. Yeah. Like Jamaica, for example, is another one. Actually, like now that we're talking about it, maybe the snapback is like snapping back to normal. Maybe that's just the marketing ploy that they're selling us. Maybe. Because think about it, it's now that we've addressed like, all right, Western nations totally, but like externally, because we're in a global system of reliance, right? So it's like maybe we actually won't snap back as fast as we say. We'll have some normalcy with the vaccine fully in Canada, but it won't be like how it was back then.
Yeah. Like, it won't be right away. Yeah, it'll be more like, okay, well, you can travel between, like, because our borders are closed between America, like, so like that'll probably open up as as America is successful in their vaccination process. So it's like that. Or actually, I think CDC said not to travel to Canada right now.
Oh, really? Oh, probably because of the variants. Yeah. Like, so, but with that, it's like, it goes back to my thought about like, am I looking at what I want to see? Am I looking at things, how they're actually happening? But like,
it's hard to be objective.
Yeah, like, because there's so many unknowns. It's like,
because they're
selling us that story of like everything will go back to normal.
Well, if you see everything, it's like, I mean, like how are you able to watch everything, right? Because I see the points. Some people say it'll snap back. Then other people are like, all the losses we're going to be in another recession. There's two sides actually. Okay, both are saying the things. We don't know who's right. until it actually happens.
True.
Like they can look at certain evidence which shows like this is the reason it's going to come back. But then other people look at other evidence. It's like, no, this is the reason it won't come back. It's hard to, like, we don't know. The answer is really, we don't know. We don't know what the end result of all of this is going to be. Like, is this lockdown the last lockdown, as he says? But then there's a lot of restaurants. I don't think they can handle this lockdown at all.
But it actually might be though, like with the.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, sure, it could be the last lockdown, but then in this last lockdown is where could be where a lot of the restaurants are gone, or a lot of the small businesses are gone.
So the next question after that is like, okay, so let's say you check off COVID. How do you check off unemployment now? Mm-hmm. And I remember we were having this discussion. You're like, oh well, like some people are still working, right? But it's like, but the people that lost their jobs and the industry is gone now, it's like, so what do you do about that? You need like funding to hire people.
Yeah.
You can't just hire people without money, right? So it's like, how do you deal with that? Mm-hmm. Like, let's say you're an outdoor educator, right? That's all you know. You teach camps.
Yeah.
It's like, you still have that skill, but there's no outdoor camp things anymore. Parents are afraid to send them there. Mm-hmm. Because they're like, oh, well, what if they get sick? Well, I guess if the kid has the shot, then they're less afraid.
But we're not vaccinating kids right now, right?
All right, but let's say we have everyone vaccinated, all the kids and stuff. But then, like, you'd have to wait for the business to open back up again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
And there must be, like, there probably will be something like a rebound benefit or something like that for new businesses.
Oh, really?
Or like, I would think that maybe like some sort of like tax incentives
to start a business. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, just because I mean they did that to try to keep companies alive during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? Like so, I don't know how much that helped. Maybe that helped a lot, right? True. Compared to like when they had like the 1918 virus thing. I don't know if they had anything like that.
Yeah.
And just companies were gone, right?
Yeah.
So there's some sort of benefit that's here that's different from other times, right?
Right.
So does that help in the long term? Does it help people stay alive longer than normal? I think it does. But then but like how much does it help? Or can it help?
Will the demand still be there when so even if you help, like let's say the business survived, but the demand is gone. Mm-hmm. So it's going to fail. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't know. We'll see. This is
really. Yeah, it's so much unknown.
Yeah. Because even with all the, I mean, I'm only focusing on restaurants. I don't know there's so many other smaller businesses out there, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like just takeout isn't the same as eating in the restaurant. It's like the food gets colder. It's
totally.
So I don't know if people maybe want. I mean, when we saw a little bit of the restaurants coming back, people were going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Right? It wasn't like filled in the sense of whatever they can do.
But then I wonder if there's more of a division between like the have and the have not.
Yeah.
Because the people that went to the mall, the people that went are the people that still have their jobs, you know? And it's like there could just be even more of a divide.
I think so. I think that could happen. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like how do the people who have their industries totally gone, how do they shift? Because you're not only competing with other people that lost their jobs just like you're competing with new grads.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a perplexing problem.
Yeah. I just why it's such an unknown. Like I don't know.
Logically, I'm still saying UBI. There's gotta be. Because how else do you do it? Like not UBI. Not all right. So when I say UBI, it's not like you were saying like everyone gets it. Like that's what the proposition of UBI is. Everyone gets like a baseline. Mm-hmm. I think you only get it if you make under a minimum amount.
Yeah.
I think that's what it will be.
Yeah. No, if
not like they won't universally, like if you're making $200,000 a year, you're not going to hit UBI. You don't qualify. You'll be paying taxes towards UBI, sure, but you won't get the 2K because what you need it for. But I think people who make under like 35K and have families, you know, they could probably get UBI. That would make sense to me. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's it's gonna
because you
be...
probably have to like list your dependents. Like it's sort of like tax season, right? You probably just apply for UBI. Like it probably just like when you're remitting your taxes, they look at it and they're like, okay, you qualify for this.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like
or like some sort of, I don't know.
Because like what? But do you see like the negative side to that? I don't know.
To UBI?
Yeah.
No. I it's not necessarily a negative side. Just logistically how to do it.
But like tax season. Oh, you mean like how do you generate the income?
Yeah.
I think taxing more.
Yeah, it would have to be
like
above a certain
brackets.
Percentage of people that will be taxed. Yeah.
And also,
there should be an increase in taxes.
For like tax bracket, you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry. But there's also people who can like who also make a lot of money, but then they like pay like no tax, which is crazy. I don't know if that's just an American thing though.
I don't think it's for an individual can't pay any taxes. I don't think that's how that works. It's a corporation thing.
Okay. So when Trump paid like $46 in tax, that was...
But again, you have to really look at what it was in the thing, right?
Right, yeah.
Sometimes the titles are very catchy, but I don't know. Was it 46? But like, what were they talking about specifically?
Right.
Is it the company or was it?
True. Yeah, you're right. That'd be interesting. But then I heard this argument that what if they introduce UBI, but then they increase taxes? So basically, the UBI doesn't pay, like it's not even worth anything. Well, I mean, that's got to be some hefty tax. Like, how much are you going to tax us? Like 50% now? You know, like.
Yeah,
how would that work? You know,
I don't know. What is our tax rate right now?
13%. It used to be 15% tax, but then it dropped to 13. Harmonized sales tax.
Yeah.
Because remember we were playing like GST and PST before, and then they put it together.
Yeah,
but the GST plus now. PST was 15.
Yeah,
and they dropped to 13.
Yeah. They pay less in Alberta though.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting.
I don't. Because they just have I think they don't have the provincial tax, or they're gonna add the provincial tax. I don't know, something like that.
So how much could you possibly be taxed on top of your stuff to make UBI? But I feel like that's like a empty threat. You know what I mean? Because like, okay, so if we introduce UBI, we're going to tax everything 50% now. So you have to add 50% on top of whatever you're paying. That's hefty.
Yeah.
I could never see anyone paying that.
No. That's why it's like, I don't know how to do it. Has other nations even done something like that?
UBI?
Yeah.
But the other thing about that is you can't really look at other nations because you can look at them a little bit, but the systems are completely different.
No. You can look at... No, I understand, but you can look at how they're doing it and
totally,
if it's working.
Yeah, true.
That's another thing, right?
That's why I like Andrew Yang's thing where he's like, we're going to sell like predominant places like bridges, buildings, and then you just name it after the corporation that's buying it, and then everything that you make from that is like tax money now. So it's like the Telus Bridge, you know, and then all the money that they spent to pay for the branding of that bridge goes back to people for UBI. I could see that. Yeah, well, why are we looking at taxing the end consumer? Why don't we tax the corporations? Well, I guess then the corporations will increase their prices because they're getting taxed. So it'll...
Of course, it'll always come back to us.
Yeah. Human society is a tricky problem.
It's a good idea, but how to implement it, that's the main thing that they need to figure out, if that is.
Also, it's like, what do we know? Because we're not in positions of power. Yeah. They're probably privy to some information that like we don't even
of course
know, like the Deutsche Bank book, The Dark Towers.
Yeah.
And when I read that, I'm like, oh my God. But it's like, but they all knew that. So it's like, what don't we know? Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can speculate about UBI and all you want, but it's like, at the end of the day, you don't actually know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Only they know.
I think in Alaska, it's not like a UBI, but they have like like the oil companies there that make the money, there's a portion of that profit goes back to the people. Oh, so they have a version of a UBI. Oh, something cool. Like that.
Yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah. Because it's like the oil is from the land, right?
Right.
So it's everyone's has the right to own it, kind of thing.
Interesting.
Which is funny. It's a Republican state. Sarah Palin state.
You ever watch that movie with her? Sarah Palin movie, that mockumentary or whatever? Not mock, drama. What do you call those? Where it's like it's a documentary but it's a dramatization.
I don't know.
All right, whatever.
Just a movie about her.
There's a word for it. It's not a documentary. It's a dramatized document. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, they made a movie about her.
You're talking about Game Changer?
Yeah, and then it was like played by that famous person. Anyways,
Julianne Moore or something like that. I don't remember her name.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see where this is all heading.
Yeah, I just don't know. There's so many questions, I guess. We don't have all the answers.
No, we don't. And we hope that the millennial politicians like AOC and Jagmeet Singh do.
Sure.
Because they're the only ones really pioneering for it. Who else is pioneering for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Jagmeet Singh fan, so.
Yeah, I'm Trudeau forever, bro. He gave us UBI. He gave us CERB and legalized marijuana. Go Trudeau forever.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Until next time. Vote Liberal.
Sure. Yeah. Whenever that election happens.
Yeah. What happened to that? I thought we were gonna do that. Got pushed back. Lockdown. Not allowed.
No. It's not about that. It's like, I think the Liberals do want to go, because their percentage is pretty good right now.
But what happened to the?
Well, everybody has to agree to go to.
To vote.
Yeah, because it's a minority government, right? So
right.
And then NDP's not agreeing to go.
They're waiting for Trudeau to slip in popularity, and they're time to vote.
Yeah. That's what they're waiting for.
What a crazy game.
Yeah. Right? If the vaccine rollout works out, well, then his numbers go up again.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, then it's like, all right, let's go to.
Yeah. But also, it's like, I don't. Maybe they're thinking like, also, it's not like it's a health risk to do this sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. Till next time.
Yeah.
Vote Liberal. Take it easy, Vish.
Okay.
Peace. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, Vish.
Peace.